Welcome to the Podium Live. I'm Vincent Purvis with my guest today, Xavier Mitchell. What's going on, Xavier?
Not much. Just thanks for having me.
First, before we even get started, congratulations on signing with the team in Italy, the Milano Seamen. You're going to one of the best teams in Europe right now. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I know they're just coming off a championship victory, and it's in Milan, Italy. I've never even been close to Italy, so I'm really excited for the whole experience. So, just a chance to win another championship is huge.
Right. And if anybody's like looking at the screen, we're trying to have like a Halloween theme here, so that's why the border looks a little different today, guys. Oh, Xavier, a lot of people might not know exactly what you've been doing playing football in Europe, in Germany the last 2 years. Kind of tell us a little bit what it's been like for you being one of the best receivers in Europe the last couple of years.
It's definitely been a once in a lifetime opportunity. A lot of people don't know. I have both of my parents are in the military for over like 20 years apiece. And I was actually born in Germany, down in the south area, like on an army base. So going back out there to experience as an adult to see like where you're actually born at in the country and stuff, it was unbelievable. I couldn't even put a value on it. It was definitely a great experience. And to play football in the GFL it was great. Definitely a great experience. It was great fans, and I had a lot of great teammates and great coaches. It was a great time.
Take us a little bit through what went on with the Hurricanes last season. Like, how did you guys season? How did it start? When did you guys gel? And how did it ultimately end in the playoffs?
Uh, we had a great season, in my opinion. We kind of faltered there at the end a little bit towards the end of the regular season, but it came together great. We had a dual passport quarterback from Australia, Jared. He was great. It allowed me and Chris McClendon to be on the field at the same time, and just him alone allowed our offense to be way more dynamic. I think we was number one in the league for the longest. Um, at the end, Superstar was tough. They had a great game plan, and they came out and executed in the playoffs, and they beat us then. We lost back-to-back years in the semifinals, so that was pretty tough. But, we had a great season. Most teams out there don't make it back-to-back to the semifinals, so finishing this year in the second seed, having the first home playoff game in years. So it was definitely a great season, just coming up one game short, left a bad taste in our mouth. Most people's mouth, so.
Yeah, I understand that for sure. And you're definitely making the a very lateral move going from Germany to Italy to another top tier team. So obviously though, good players go to good teams, and that's to give you credit for playing so well over the last couple of years
Right,
in Germany.
right.
So going back a little bit into your history, could you tell us a little bit about how you ended up playing football in Europe? Like, what's your international story? Like, how did you start and what got you here?
It was funny. I graduated in the year of December 2015. So then I'm just working out for my pro day in March that I had in with New Orleans at the NFL Combine. So I'm just training, working out until like I'm still on campus working out with the football team. And I go into the football office on Monday, and my coach tells me about saying a team from Germany called about you, and I'd never heard anything about any football other than America. So
Yeah.
I really much into it because they never called until I didn't talk to him until like that weekend. But my coach called again on Thursday, Marcus Herford actually, and he told me that he just got offered the offensive coordinator position, and I was like, "That's awesome. Take me with you." And he said that's exactly what he was calling me for, and that was Thursday night, and we signed the contract Monday. So it happened so fast. I just
Wow.
I just knew that he wouldn't put me in a bad situation, and I heard Hurricanes, and I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan, so I jumped aboard. I was with it.
Man, that's an awesome story. Like a lot of people don't get it that nicely. Coach goes, brings a great player with him, and
It's
y'all
crazy.
make history.
It's crazy. When people ask me like, how did I get like out there? I'm like, I don't know. They really just they found. I felt like it was really destined to happen. It really felt like it was destined.
And so you had that familiarity when you went to the team a little bit already, right?
Big time, big time. Me and her. me and Coach Herford, we've been together for the last 3 years. He coached me my senior year in college, and we did the last 2 years out there in Germany. I'm thankful for him and the whole experience, and him giving me an opportunity to come out there and show what I can do.
That's awesome, man. So getting back into you playing in Europe with the Hurricanes last season, what was the chemistry like with the German players? A lot of people talk about the imports, and the imports do their thing, the local players do their thing. What was it like playing on the field with those guys who were athletically almost just as good as an American, but of course they have a different cultural background and upbringing in the sport? What was it like playing with those guys?
It was great. I mean, we had a really young team, and I mean, I feel like a lot of guys on that team could have played in the States, in my opinion. But it was, I mean, they came to practice and worked, and I mean, it was really, I mean, out there we were a team wanting to import or they wanted Germany. It was just one team out there, and we had a lot of great guys like this year that made plays, from Kwame to Diego to Angel to everybody else out there. Lucas, like we really had some talented guys on offense, and I really can't speak defensively because I wasn't in those meetings and seeing all that tape. But on offense, we really had a lot of guys who can make plays, and I'm thankful for them. And we fed off each other and made things a lot easier.
Okay, so you spent a lot of time on the field with these guys. What about life in Germany off the field? Like you were in the city was Kiel, right?
Yeah,
Kiel? I don't
Kill.
know if I'm saying it right. Kiel. What is Kiel like, man? What was it like when you were hanging out during the days or even the nightlife? Like, what was it like out there?
Unbelievable. It's really hard to explain, like, but I mean, the people were welcoming. Like, I had friends in the city just with non-football related. I had a burger spot that we always went to that was like, it was a real American-y. Like, they had American flag and played American music. It was real chill and relaxed. And I mean, it was like really a once in a lifetime experience. I loved, like, from even the parallel parking, can't find parking at night, donor shops, even going out with like all the imports, or we meet up as a team going out with like 15 guys. It was unbelievable. It was really I'm really thankful for that whole experience. Kill really changed my life.
Let me just ask you this question about the German experience. Is it true about how much the Germans can drink when it comes to like the beer and just drinking people under the table?
I would have to say yes. I mean, there's drink beer like it's water. Like, it's crazy. Like during Kill Week, it's like a festival all week, and thousands of people come into the city, and they have stands on the water or whatever. And like most vendors give out free Jaeger shots. Like they drink Jaeger like it's water there. Like,
Wow.
yeah, very like no like I never seen anything like it. Just drinking Jaegers. Like I never like it's Jaeger on tap. It's really crazy.
Jaeger on tap. That's interesting. Jaeger on tap, man.
Yeah, like drink it out of a cup. Like just pour a cup. Crazy.
All right, talking back about football, you're one of the top receivers in Germany last 2 years. I think last year you led the league in yardage, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Let's talk about Xavier Mitchell. If you had to kind of describe the type of player you are on the field, just from a physical and playing standpoint, how would you describe your style of play or the way that you play the game?
I'll say I play the game more like a Jarvis Landry type, but I feel like I can catch a ball, make moves in space. I can block. I can stretch the field vertically. I feel like I'm an all-around receiver. I don't do one thing more great than I do the other things. I feel like I just have an overall game that just comes from great coaching over the years. Like my dad's been my coach since fourth grade, but a lot of people don't know my first year playing receiver was 12th grade because I was 5'6" in high school.
Wow.
I growth spurt in college, and now I'm 6'1". So I was like really tiny growing up, and I played quarterback my whole life until pretty much my senior year, until my dad told me, like, I think you should switch positions. So I mean, it still was kind of new to me a couple years ago, but now I really feel like I hit my stride.
Oh, let me ask you this: if you're a well-balanced receiver, can you block?
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a coach now he's a running back coach at Oregon, and when I say my junior year of football wasn't like we would do blocking drills against receivers like full speed, just because he wanted it that way. I mean, ever since then, like he was the type of coach like if you didn't block, he don't care about you catching the ball. He'll pull you out in the game no matter if you're a 4-year starter or not. And that really made me realize like blocking is a huge part. And those extra 1 or 2 blocks on the edge is all it takes the difference. Like this year, just blocking out there for Chris and Chris running for 2,000 yards in 1,212 games. So, I mean, I feel like I can definitely get in front of a man and definitely just do my job.
Yeah, anybody listening to this, pay attention to what Xavier Mitchell just said. A blocking receiver is the difference. A lot of these European players, they see receivers and running backs and think it's all glory. Watch Xavier Mitchell in Europe, and watch even some of these NFL receivers like Calvin Johnson, Odell Beckham, Dez Bryant. Them big boys block. Right. That's how they got to where they were. And it's really good talking to an American receiver because you kind of know the subtleties between just catching the ball and being an overall good receiver. And you're definitely that guy, Mitchell.
Definitely. Blocking is a huge aspect of football. Like, if you don't block, you can't play. That was always my coach's motto growing up. So it's always been in my head, like, if you can't block, you shouldn't be out there expecting the ball. So
let's talk about this Milano Seamen team that you're about to join. They actually just won the championship in Italy last year.
Right.
Okay, so the bar is set pretty high, man. I mean, the team is already good, and now they're adding one of the best receivers in Europe. What are your goals? I mean, what kind of goals do you have for this team next season that you're about to join?
Honestly, I've been thinking a lot, but I think my only goal this year is just to win a championship. Throughout my 15, 16 years plus of playing football, I never won a championship. From the junior level all the way to last year, never won a championship in any aspect of football. So just a chance to win a championship is all my number one goal is. I just want to come in and just try to be the best X I can be and try to just help the team win.
So if they ask you to come in and kick a game-winning field goal, you're gonna be that guy?
I can do that. I mean, that's the only thing I didn't play last year in Kiel, so I think I can do that.
Last game of the season for the championship, they're gonna come to Xavier and be like, "Okay, man, we need you to hold the kick this week."
Oh yeah, I can hold it. Now kicking it would be a different thing. I can hold it. I can place it, spin it. Hold in high school, so I can definitely hold it. But kicking it, I don't know. That's
all-around athlete, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm not gonna take up any more of your time, Xavier. But last question: you've been playing football in Europe for the last 2 years. You got a very good reputation in Germany. Now you're about to go to Italy. I know you're going to be great there as well. Probably playing on one of the best teams in Italy. What is your thought process on where you're going? Let me put it that way, because you've only been there 2 years.
Right.
Is this something you're going to continue doing? You want to become one of those Americans who becomes a European legend, or are you trying to work back to the NFL, or are you trying to see the world? Where do you fit in, Xavier?
I definitely have aspirations on being in the NFL one day because I just feel like I have the ability to play on that level. I mean, I definitely love seeing Europe. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely been. I recommend it to anybody who can do it. It's definitely changed my life. It made me see how big the world really is. So. But I think I'm definitely going to shoot for the NFL. That's definitely been my dream since I was a kid, and I feel like I'm right there. Just need just an opportunity or a look.
All right, man. Well, that's Xavier Mitchell, guys. We appreciate you talking to me today on Podyum Live. Y'all check him out next season in Italy with the Milano Seamen. Good luck to you, Xavier.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, man.